Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 2. When we last left off we were attacked, a sneak attack by Viking forces, and we are currently at war with Vikings and Sioux. And I think all these civilizations feel threatened by us and will eventually attack, including the Persians and Carthaginians, to which we are mostly exposed. So I'm not planning to wage war under democracy, therefore I will switch from women's suffrage to United Nations and buy the United Nations straight away, and that should solve the problem at least partially. Okay, let's continue building those railroads, and let's continue building the settlers as the engineers as well, because we have lost two over here. I have built the roads for these Vikings, but they decided to attack me. Ungrateful guys. Okay, let's build here as well and check our friends, the Sioux. Okay, Sioux are not a problem. Locarno will probably be unhappy again. Okay, doesn't matter. You are carrying food, right? So you need to go to Bellinzona eventually. Keep moving. Go there. Fine, you back on the track. Build a railroad here. You over there. And you go back to your city. Fortify. Perfect. Then this poor guy will build an irrigation over here, carrying food. So let's try how good the go-to command is. Let's do it in phases. So first to Interlaken, maybe. Keep moving. Okay. And then let's go to Winterthur. Keep moving. It sort of worked. Not unhappy about that. Okay. We are researching electronics. Everybody's sort of happy, except for Locarno. Let's do this again. I need to build some fortresses close to Locarno so that we can park our troops. We have only 9 engineers, 4 in production though, so that's fine. Riflemen. Okay. Dragoons. Transport can actually carry 8 troops. That's quite good. 3 active, 11 in production. Okay. So, we'll build the United Nations. That's fine. Over here, we don't have any big problems. It's getting tougher and tougher to remember exactly what I was doing. I think everything's okay. Let's end the turn here. More peasants. Yeah. We might have a problem here. Lucerne, carry food supplies. Burn. Silk is actually demanded by most of the civilizations. So let's carry silk. And we built the United Nations. Let's continue and see the video. Okay, so basically we have all the embassies again. Everybody must offer peace, like the Vikings as well. Let's actually go here, activate this unit, destroy this guy before they can attack, and now talk to them and go into peace mode. No, they actually don't want to talk to us. Okay. Well, in that case, let's just continue building roads there. Build roads over here as well. And we forgot to read about the United Nations, so let's do that. Free embassy, just like Marco Polo's. Enemy civilizations cannot refuse your peace treaties, however you need to talk to them first and they might refuse to talk to you. And if you are in a democracy, which we are, we can declare war only 50% of the time. Because, yeah, that's because. But we'll switch to other type of government when we finally decide to attack. Established following the World War II, the United Nations is an international organization dedicated to promoting world peace and security. The United Nations also attempts to achieve international cooperation in solving world problems concerning the environment, economics, and cultural issues. Although its peacekeeping role is not always entirely successful, it has remained an effective forum for debate where all nations can voice their concerns on matters of worldwide importance. Great, let's switch to... Is anybody building women's suffrage? I think Vikings have abandoned that project, so let's build a cure for cancer first. Actually, we have problems with the units outside the cities, so let's build a women's suffrage as well. Okay, go there, help us, you as well. Great, and how much will it cost to buy? 2,000, that's a little bit too much. So let's help them first. We have, however, okay, silk, burn. I would probably like to deliver this to our city. So Bellinzona demands silk. Let's actually deliver it to Bellinzona. Yeah, that's a good idea. Not as a help, but as a trading partner. Okay, go there, build a road, and we want it to go to St. Gallen now. That's fine, you can take the guys from there. We are researching every 2 turns still, so we'll have something by the end of this turn. And yeah, I would like to be in peace with the Vikings. I don't care about the Sioux that much. Okay, these guys, hopefully they will not attack my settlers. These guys are irrelevant. Yeah, all seems to be okay. All seems to be okay. And we can even build the Eiffel Tower, I guess. Only costs 500. So let's complete that as well. And watch the next video in just a moment. Persians have nearly completed the great project Eiffel Tower. Well, we were closer. And I swear I didn't know they were so close. I just wanted to complete it. Okay, they are stupid and attack the city instead of the settlers. The Vikings have started the women's suffrage again. It will not help you. Schaffhausen has a lot of surplus food, so you can continue building more settlers. Yes, you can. Basel builds engineers. You have not enough surplus anymore, so Go for library. And we have a pitiful production actually. Yeah, I have neglected this aspect of the game for a long time. We should have much higher productions by now. But okay, we can do something about that later. I guess we are still in the research mode. Let's have a look at the Eiffel Tower video. Okay, they have also changed to women's suffrage, okay. That's fine, we'll do that next. And the Swiss scientists discovered the secret of electronics. Allows us to build the Hoover Dam, which I would build if they didn't want to build those women's suffrage wonders. Allows us to build hydro plant, Hoover Dam, increases the effect of colosseums. Okay, let's read the description first. The field of electronics deals with the practical application and manipulation of electricity and electromagnetic phenomena. The invention of the vacuum tube in the early 20th century marked the beginning of modern electronics. The vacuum tube was capable of amplifying weak radio signals, allowing them to be transmitted over greater distances. Vacuum tubes also allowed music and voice to be superimposed onto radio waves for transmission. The early study of electronics revolutionized a number of fields, especially the field of communications. Because of the vacuum tube, the technology of radio communications was highly developed by World War II. After the war, electronics research continued to advance rapidly. Post-war advances include the earliest examples of digital computers and eventually transistors and integrated circuits. Miniaturized replacements for the vacuum tube. Okay. Let's go for that automobile if we can. We should research steel therefore. Let's do that. And finish reading the rest of the electronics stuff. So we can do the hydro plant and Hoover Dam. We'll read about Hoover Dam once we build it. So let's only read about the hydro plant first. It costs a lot of maintenance, but it increases the factory output by 50%. It is cleaner than the power plant, that means it generates less pollution, and generally safer than nuclear plant. It generates the same amount of pollution as the nuclear plant actually, but the nuclear plant has a chance of a meltdown, I believe, until the discovery of fusion, so it's safer. Okay, the description. One alternative to power generation utilizing coal or petroleum fuels is the hydroelectric power plant. This facility utilizes the energy of the rapidly moving water to turn the turbines of its generators and produce electricity. In locations where a source of moving water is available, hydro plants offer a clean, safe alternative to coal, petroleum, and nuclear power generation. However, hydro plants have their own set of environmental dangers. The disruption of a river's normal flow and the massive flooding of the land behind the facility's dam can destroy the habitat of the wildlife inhabiting the river basin. Okay, so build a road. You are carrying food. So help build wonder. That's fine. And you are carrying silk. Bellinzona does demand silk. It has no trade with other cities, so let's establish the trade route. 70 gold only, because it's probably not very profitable, yeah, only +3. But better than nothing. Women's suffrage, buy for 1760. I don't know how far the other nations are. So we'll see what we can do later. Build a railroad there. And let's continue building it in this part of the world as well. Over here, between these cities too. And now we want to board the ship with the freight and go back to Vaduz. Like this. Okay, we are still at war. The settlers should not be a problem for us. Let's kill them. Perfect. And fortify. Good. Maybe the Vikings would like to talk to us now? No. Don't worry, they will have to talk to us eventually. And then we'll go into peace with them, because they will be forced to do so. These guys are dangerously close. Dangerously close. I might have to build more defensive units, to be honest with you. I mean, these guys are not that dangerous, but we have only one defending unit everywhere, which makes me a little bit worried. Let's finish the library. Over here and over there. That's fine. How's our happiness situation? Locarno. Still unhappy. Oh, now not anymore. Okay, I think here we'll have to build something to make them happier eventually. Or we could just increase. What are we doing here? Eiffel Tower. Okay, don't need that anymore. We can build a power plant and a hydro plant, actually. We can't build a hydro plant because we need to be close to a river. So let's do the Hoover Dam instead. I mean, why not? It's a great city. And it should remove a lot of pollution also. So we might not have a problem with pollution over here anymore. We'll see. And let's check if Bern, for example, which is close to the river, could build a hydro plant. No, they can't. That's probably because it requires a factory first, maybe. Or maybe even... Yeah, because they can't build a power plant either. Okay. Well, we'll see. Continue building freight. Discovering every 2 turns. That's fine. And continue, yeah. Carthaginian government has been overthrown. And they sneak attack us. The Sioux. I actually do not want to talk to you. The Senate meets with the Sioux emissary behind our backs and signs a permanent peace treaty. You jerks. Okay, what else can we get? Wow, that's a useless thing to have. Okay, we are attacked by everybody. Vikings have changed to Republic. Good to know. Fribourg builds a library. Let's build a marketplace as well. Thun builds a library. Do a marketplace, please. Vaduz will carry. Nobody requires beads. And nobody requires salt. That's very bad. Carry food supplies and you'll go with them to... Yeah, whatever, doesn't really matter. Okay, you need to make a landfall. And you are carrying dye, right? Vadut's demands die, so let's establish the trade route. 180 revenue, however we get only +3. I guess when trading with our own cities we will not get too much more. Okay, continue with this guy. Board the ship, please. And let's continue back to St. Gallen. Perfect. Then we want you out of here because it's a dangerous war zone at the moment. So build a railroad. And that's about it. Okay, building Hoover Dam. Building women's suffrage over here. Never mind. We are anyway already after the 20-minute mark, so we'll see or watch the video in the next episode. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's save here and continue next time. Till then, bye bye.